So this boy, we'll call him Tom. Tom is thirsty, walks to the sink, turns the handle, and boom, magic water. It's like you're commanding nature to appear in your kitchen with a tiny silver wand. Have you ever wondered how weird that actually is? You're basically a water wizard. Today, we're diving into the wet and wild journey of how water gets from nature to your house. It's a total trip. We have to travel way back to the Indus Valley around 3000 BCE. These guys were the ultimate legends. While everyone else was figuring out how to use fire, they were building the first real water systems. They lived in massive, organized cities and realized that living next to your own trash was a bad vibe. So they built underground drainage and plumbing. They were the first people to look at a river and say, yeah, I'm bringing that home. But they weren't the only ones. Imagine living thousands of years ago, trying to carry heavy buckets of water from a river every single day. That sounds like a workout nobody asked for, right? These early civilizations realized that if they didn't figure out a better way to move water, they were basically doomed to be tired and thirsty forever. So they started experimenting with gravity and stone. Then the Romans arrive around 300 BCE, and they didn't do anything small. They took those early ideas and supersized them. They built massive stone bridges called aqueducts. These weren't just bridges. They were giant gravity-powered water roller coasters that stretched for miles. Imagine a structure 100 feet tall just to make sure a fountain in Rome stays full. The sheer ambition is honestly kind of hilarious. What's even crazier is that they didn't have electric pumps. It was all math and gravity. If the slope was just 1 degree off, the whole thing would fail. They were like the world's first civil engineers, obsessed with making sure water flowed perfectly. They were so good at it that some of these structures are still standing today. That's some serious dedication to a glass of water. Fast forward to today, and we've leveled up. We can't just drink raw river water. That's a recipe for a bad time. Now we give it a full spa day. It gets sucked into a massive treatment plant. This is a giant, super-powered filter system. They take out the ick, add special minerals, and make sure it's safe. Think of it as a VIP lounge for your water, minus the cucumber slices and the expensive fees. The science behind this is actually mind-blowing. First, they let the water sit so the heavy stuff sinks to the bottom. Then, they use sand and gravel filters to catch the tiny particles. Finally, they add a touch of chlorine to make sure no tiny, invisible germs are hanging out in your drink. It's like a high-stakes cleaning operation happening behind the scenes every single day. Now that the water is clean, it needs to travel. It zooms through a labyrinth of underground pipes. This is the Pipe Expressway. It's hidden beneath your feet, working 24/7. It's under high pressure, waiting for you to turn that handle. Think of it as a subterranean, citywide water slide that never stops. It's an engineering masterpiece that keeps your whole neighborhood hydrated while you're just playing video games. These pipes are the arteries of the city. If there's a leak, it's a big deal. Teams of workers are always on standby, fixing, cleaning, and upgrading this massive underground network. It's one of those things we take for granted until it stops working, and then, suddenly, we realize how much we rely on this invisible system. It's the unsung hero of our modern world. Finally, it hits your home's plumbing. It travels up through your walls and waits right behind your faucet. You turn that handle, and the journey ends exactly where it began, in your glass. From the Indus Valley to the Romans to your modern kitchen, it's been a long, wild ride for that fresh H2O. Pretty cool that nature's best stuff travels hundreds of miles just so you can stay hydrated. If you like learning more, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to K6 Learning Lab. Catch you later!